the street, and you don't need any lighting.
Well, you don't need any on the street, and then you can get a standard light that mounts to the top of your camera as well.
Right.
You know, spend $7,500 there. And then you can do like we did the Broken. We didn't use any professional lights. It was just like halogen lights that we were shining at us. So
now we all know that Dan is not very good at ad-libbing, so you have a teleprompter for him?
Yes, this is key actually. This hooks into a little hot shoe at the top of your camera, and you can just basically keep notes on there. It's not necessarily like a teleprompter, but it's a cheap, poor man's teleprompter.
It's like $30.
Yeah, it's like $30. And then you can just keep notes of, you know, different points that you want to hit as you're talking about different things.
That's all you really need.
Yeah, that's all you need. It works great.
Dan, actually, I was joshing. He's actually better without the prompter. He's not a... The prompter's not his friend.
Yeah, that's true. He had a hard time with prompter from time to time.
It's hard. That's a hard skill to learn.
And then I'll show you one other little unique thing that I like right here. Take a look at this video here. This is a trick that we use all the time. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and hit play.
You're using some post-processing on this? Or is that what you want to talk about here? Or what are you going to talk about?
I was going to show you the difference between faking a two-camera shoot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
so
good.
One of the things that we do...
that's a real expense to have two camera operators and two cameras.
Exactly. So take a look at here. You can see that Dan's showing off the Mac Mini, and he's going to pull it up here and start talking about the ports on the back. And as he's going through the different ports here, it would be nice to have that second camera so that you can actually have it zoomed in.
Yeah.
Right. So what we did is we took a nice tight shot showing the different ports, and it appears as though we're using two cameras here. And you can see we come back out to Dan.
That's just editing.
And you get that illusion. Yeah, it's just editing. So what we did is you pause the video, and then you come back and you actually go and line up and get exactly, you can see that someone off camera here said this is exactly how you were holding it.
Right.
And then you can go on and reshoot that and then edit it after the fact, and you get that illusion that...
That's how they do movies. They don't have two cameras in a movie.
Yeah.
They shoot a master shot, then they come back and they do pickups of close-ups.
Works great.
And you edit it together, and you don't need two cameras.
Yeah, you can do it. Just do it with one, and it's really easy to do, and it's a lot of fun.
You're using a plug-in in Premiere Pro.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if this is going to make any difference on TV, but you're not on TV. You're on a computer screen, which is much higher resolution, where quality makes a difference. Show us that this is called Magic Bullet?
Yes, this is called Magic Bullet. This is a great plugin that works with Apple products as well as Premiere Pro. And so here's our standard set right here. You can kind of take a look at the background. It's well lit, but if you look at when we turn on Magic Bullet here, you can just see everything just kind of pops out. See the difference there? But it just...
I don't know if you could tell on an NTSC TV, the one you're watching at home, but yeah, you can see. And what it does is it kind of just sharpens everything, and it makes it pop in a way that you might not notice, except that subconsciously it just looks crisper and sharper and better.
Exactly. So we like to use little plugins like this. Also, there's transitions, obviously, you have to use that are built in as well, and Magic Bullet helps out with some of that stuff.
Now, you don't use a lot of, you don't wipes and fades and weird transitions, do you?
We do use some, yeah. But we had those all custom made, so it's not like the stuff you see stock.
Oh, you're using special stuff.
Yeah, that's right. It's fun, though.
How about music? Do you have music in it? Is that important?
Yeah, we do. Music is very important, and one of the things that you have to consider is, at first when we were creating The Broken, we were just using off-the-shelf, like, copyrighted music. Luckily, we didn't get sued, but I
really
recommend,
can't do that. I mean, even on a podcast, you've got to use music that's licensed.
So here's an example right here of a CD that you can buy for GarageBand, Logic 7, or Soundtrack, and this is all completely open music. It means you can use it anywhere at any time without having to pay any royalties.
See, that's a revolution with GarageBand or Acid.
You can create your own.
You can make your own music.
You've played around with that stuff before.
Oh, I love it. I wish I were a better musician, but it does at least make even somebody like me capable of making your own music.
Yeah, and see, that's the whole thing is, like, I'm not that good with creating music, so this right here, it comes pre-built with a bunch of different loops for you, and you can kind of just drag and drop and create your own.
So you've shot the video, you've edited it, you've got it touched up with Magic Bullet. You're going to put it on the internet. Obviously, you can't put it up the way it is. You compress it?
Yes, you have to compress it. I mean, when you kick it out, well, the first thing that we do is we export it completely uncompressed, and it's going to turn out to right around a 3 or 4 gigabyte file.
Okay, well, nobody's going to download that.
Nobody's going to download that. So we use H.264, which is the new compression technology with Apple.
This is QuickTime Pro.
QuickTime Pro, and QuickTime Pro on the PC will do it as well. Yeah. And or you can use Dr. DivX for doing DivX files.
And you get pretty good results?
Yeah, Dr. DivX is great. I
have to say, I was looking at this full screen on a Mac, which is this 15 inch is a much higher resolution than a television. And it's beautiful. And how big is the final file?
The final file, it's between, depending, we do a low res and a high res, but between 50 to 150 megabytes.
So it's not that big.
No, it's not that big.
But people aren't going to maybe download that from your server. You're going to use BitTorrent so that you can, which is really a revolution. It means that everybody kind of shares the bandwidth cost, and it doesn't cost you anything to offer this.
Yeah, exactly. So then we put it on our tracker, and we put it up via BitTorrent, and like you said, they all kind of share the bandwidth.
systm.org. You can see the most recent episode. More to come. Kevin Rose is really part of a number of people, a kind of loosely knit group of people who are starting to put radio and television on the internet. It's a whole new way of broadcasting that gives everybody a voice, and I think it's very exciting. If you want to see the latest episode of Systm, go to systm.org or our show notes. Call for help. TV.com. Kevin, it's always been a pleasure to work with you. One of the great things about working with people like Kevin is you always know what the next big thing is going to be because Kevin's got his hands deep into it.
It's fun.
It is exciting.
Yes.
I really love it. Don't go channel clicking yet. Lots more to come. Annie's demo is coming up next, but first test your daily your knowledge with our daily tech quiz. Which of these formats is not digital? It's not used for recording digital video. DV, Digital 8, DVHS, or SVHS. One of these is analog. Which one is it? Get to the website. Give us the answer. We'll talk about it when Call for Help continues.